If you've been anywhere near the internet lately, you've seen the headlines, right? All you hear is Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro, the GLP-1 meds that promise fast weight loss and major transformations, right? But here's the question nobody's asking. What's the cost of losing weight that fast? Because behind the viral before and afters is a reality I see every day, day in and day out. People drop weight, feel hopeful, and come back months later confused, soft, and stuck. Hi, I'm Eric Viskovicz. For the last 25 years at our fitness retreat, we have been changing lives like you wouldn't believe. We have had pro athletes, we have had movie stars, and we have had tons of people just like yourself come through and have tremendous success.
This is so humbling here.
People deserve to know what they're not being told. Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro, these are part of the drug class GLP-1 receptor agonists, okay? They mimic a natural hormone your gut releases after you eat called GLP-1, glycogen-like peptide 1. It controls blood sugar by increasing insulin production. So when you take a Semaglutide, the active ingredient in Ozempic and Wegovy, your appetite drops, you feel fuller longer, and your body sugar stays more stable. These meds were originally designed for people with type 2 diabetes or insulin resistance, and for those individuals being a legitimate breakthrough. In clinical trials, patients lost 15 to 20% of their body weight. Remember, that's weight. That's real. That's documented. They're also FDA approved for weight loss. And now, all of a sudden, a flood of people using these drugs purely for cosmetic weight loss. And that can be a mistake. That's where the problems start. Because sure, the scale goes down. The scale will lie to you. I always tell you that, right? But if you're not protecting your lean mass and fueling your metabolism properly, the weight you're losing might not be fat. Plus, you could be lowering your hormones. We got to keep those hormones up. We got to keep them fast as we get older, right? We got to fight aging, okay? You might be losing muscle, and that's not progress. That's a metabolic setback. Up to 40% of weight loss on semaglutide comes from lean mass. That's not real weight loss because muscle isn't just a bonus. It's your metabolism. It's your posture. It's your blood sugar control. It's your strength. It's that firm, toned, shaped, amazing look, right? If you're losing lean mass, you're not going to look sexy and amazing in a bathing suit. You're not going to look that way. You're going to look saggy and droopy. I saw this play out with a client of mine, 53 years old. She came here to reignite her system, and she did. She trained hard, lifted heavy, recovered well, and crushed it. Crushed it. She gained 8 pounds of lean mass in a small period of time. Her resting metabolic rate went up 300 points. Crazy, right? Showing her metabolism, we sped it up, right? She felt energized, confident, dare I say sexy. Then she added a GLP-1 medication. One of her doctors just say, hey, maybe you should try this. She thought it would help speed things up. She came back a few months later, dropped 10 pounds of the muscle. Not fat, muscle. Her metabolism dropped, her body felt softer, and her face looked hollow, and she had no idea what was happening. She thought she was getting leaner, but in reality, she was losing everything that she had worked so hard to build. What does all this mean for you? You might be listening, right, thinking, oh, that's me, man. That's me. I'm doing that. You started one of these medications, the weight dropped, right? I want to take the fire out of everything, too, if you're feeling like these things are working. That's not the point. I'm not against GLP-1s. I'm not. But now, if your energy's low, your body's feeling off, and worst of all, you're blaming yourself, let me be absolutely clear. It's not your fault. You were handed a powerful tool, but no one told you how to protect your muscle. They're always worried about weight. They're not worried about lean mass. But lean mass is everything. So no one warned you what would happen to your metabolism, right? No one gave you the playbook for doing it right. Fat loss without muscle, that's not transformation. That's just shrinkage. And that's what you get. You get sagging skin, slowed metabolism, that skinny fat look, but you're weaker and you're softer. Your muscle is your insurance policy for aging well. It protects your bones, your hormones, your independence, everything. So if you've lost the weight, gained it back, and you feel like you failed, you didn't fail. You just didn't have the full picture. This isn't about chasing a number. You don't need to get smaller. You need to get stronger physically, metabolically, and certainly mentally. That's what we stand for in fit culture, real results. And real results means keeping your lean mass or increasing your lean mass. That's real results. Being in homeostasis, eating every 3 to 4 hours, eating a protein, carbohydrate, and fat, reducing how much processed food we have, making ourselves healthier, exercising, getting anabolic with our training. Beyond the muscle loss, these medications come with real risk because they haven't been doing them for 50 to 80 years, so we don't know what it's going to do. There's some things we know and we think we know, and some things we don't even know. And here's what you need to know. Serious side effects reported with semaglutides include pancreatitis, gallbladder issues like gallstones, thyroid C-cell tumors. There's even a box FDA warning on this. Acute kidney injury, gastroparesis, also called stomach paralysis, worsening diabetic retinopathy, severe allergic reactions like anaphylactic, and those just are the serious ones. There's a bunch of common side effects like nausea, diarrhea, vomiting, constipation, headaches, fatigue, low blood sugar, especially when you're on other medications. So some users also report elevated heart rate. I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm just trying to inform you. Compounded versions of semaglutides, not FDA approved. That means no oversight, no guaranteed dosing, and verified safety data. Yes, they're cheaper, but they also carry real risks. So it could be dangerous that way. So let's be real. Chasing results is tempting. We all know that. We want it now. These meds work fast. They get attention. But fast weight loss without a plan, that's how people end up weaker, not better. Smaller doesn't mean healthier. And if you're losing muscle, you're just making it harder on yourself long term. So this isn't about guilt. It's about stepping back, looking at the whole picture, and deciding to do it differently. Because here's the truth. You don't need another trick. You need a plan that's actually built around your body, your habits, your goals. And when you protect muscle, when you fuel yourself properly, when you train anabolically, that's when the real magic, the real change happens. Not just on the scale, but your energy, your strength, your confidence, your sex life, everything. So don't just chase weight loss. Forget the scale. Build a body you can rely on for the long haul. If you start doing the things the right way, go to fitculture.com. You're going to find so many amazing products there that we're working on. And every product that we work on, it is like real products with real success. And I'm going to see you next time. And gosh, I'm so thankful for you. See you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.